Hi, and welcome to section 1.5, where we're going to divide real numbers. And like I said in the previous video, division is very similar to multiplication. So this is not going to be a long video. Well, before we go on, we're going to be asked to divide fractions. And when we divide fractions, somewhere in your math career, you must have encountered this phrase, multiply by the reciprocal. And first, so we need to know what a reciprocal is. The reciprocal of a fraction is basically flipping the numerator and denominator. Okay, so if I flip the numerator, okay, I get 3 on top, 5 on the bottom, and the sign remains the same. Okay, that minus just stays there. This minus has nothing to do with the actual operation of flipping the fraction. So just flip the numerator and denominator, or probably even a better way to understand this is, see this minus sign? It almost looks like it's separate from the fraction when it really isn't. Okay, if you put minus 5, the minus in front of the 5 and the 3 on the bottom, and I ask you to flip the numbers, numerator and denominator, what you're going to get is 3 up top and negative 5 on the bottom. And regardless of where the negative 5 is, okay, regardless of where the negative is, the answer is going to be negative. So the answer will end up being 3 over 5 with the negative in front. Either way, whatever you like, just flip the numerator and denominator. If there is a sign, let's leave the sign there. Okay, so that's the reciprocal. Check your answer. Great. Okay. Now, remember that because the next few questions will have a fraction. Okay, division is just like multiplication in the rules. I see one negative sign, so the answer is going to be a negative. And we just simply divide the absolute value. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay, so there's your answer for that guy there. 0 divided by anything, I don't care if it's positive or negative, it's going to be 0. Okay, regardless of what you're dividing by. You can't divide by 0, but regardless if it's positive or negative, if you're dividing into 0, your answer is going to be 0. Okay, here's what we got here. We've got 2 of the same signs. Just like in multiplication, 2 of the same signs means the answer is going to be positive. So just take 50 divided by 5, you'll get the number 10. Okay. Now let's see. A fraction is a division. Understand that. A fraction is a division. You're dividing minus 5 into negative 25. So we're dividing two negative numbers. The answer is going to be positive. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Check your answer. A third of the way done. Now here's where the reciprocal comes in. Okay, dividing this guy here, the actual division, 8/5 divided by, and I'm going to put the minus sign, well, I'll put the minus sign up top. It's okay. Put it up top. What I'm going to do is say, well, division cannot be done. We need to change that division into a multiplication. And because we can multiply very easily. 8/5 stays the way it looks, the way it is. 8/5 stays the way it is. Times the reciprocal. Flip the second fraction around. Now remember, when I flip the second fraction around, 7 goes up top, negative 4 goes on the bottom. But the negative could be in the bottom, could be on the top, it could be in the middle. Okay? So I'm going to put it on the top because it just looks better to me like that. Now, you could multiply the tops and you can multiply the bottoms. Let's do that. Negative 56 divided by 20, which is not good because we could simplify that. I think we can divide the top and bottom by 4 to get 5 on the bottom. And if I divide that by 4, I get 14, negative 14 as your answer. Now, I could have got this negative 14 over 5 a lot quicker, okay, by simply recognizing that here we have a 4 in the denominator, here we have an 8 on the numerator. I can divide 4 into 4 and 4 into 8 2 times, as long as they're on different sides, top and bottom. And guess what? 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. 5 times 1 is 5. So either way, make sure we have a negative 14 divided by 5. Check your answer. Great job. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is let you do this problem. Well, it's all right. I'll do it. Why not? I'm a nice guy. So just to save time, okay, divided. Can't do division. I have to do multiplication. Change that to a multiply. Do the reciprocal of this. Okay, the answer is going to be negative because we start off with a negative. The reciprocal of 1/4 is 4 on top, 1 on the bottom. Okay, and simply multiply the tops. The 3 is has a top, okay, because we can always make it over 1. So the tops, the numerators are negative 12 divided by the bottoms, which is 1, but never divide by 1. It'll never accept it. See, I'm going to put in negative 12 over 1, and they're going to be upset. I'm going to get a red box. See, no good. Don't do that. Of course, anything divided by 1 is simply the top, so leave it alone. Negative 12. That's actually better looking, right? Less aggravation. So right there, 12, negative 12. Good job. Now, basically, when you have decimals, I have no problem with you using a calculator. Okay, so I know the answer is going to be negative. I'm going to take the absolute values, which is going to be 56, divided by 0.7 is 80. Negative 80. Enter. Nice work. Beautiful work. Okay. What do we got here? Double negatives? Double negatives are positive. Take your calculator. 7 divided by 0.7 is 10. See, I told you this stuff was easy. I'll let you do that one. Okay, I'll let you do that one. So let's see. I got some parentheses. So we got to do the order of parentheses, order of operations. Let's write the problem down. Not cool to have operation signs together, so we put a little set of parentheses there. So we got to do what's in the parentheses first. 4 minus 8 is negative 4, divided by negative 2. And you know the answer is going to be positive. It's going to be positive. 4 divided by 2, the absolute values, 4 divided by 2. You're going to have an answer of 2 for that problem right there. Okay. Next. Okay, so basically what they're saying here, I'll do it up here. We have a numerator, and then we have a denominator. You got to evaluate the numerator first. So I'm going to do this. 5 plus a negative 17 is negative 12. Negative 2 is simply negative 2. Okay. That's equal to, well, certainly going to be a positive number. Double negatives are positive. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and there you go. That's it. Delete, 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 delete. 6 is your answer. Fantastic. Super duper fantastic. You know what? I'm going to show you. Well, it's all right. I was going to do this. Something struck me. Anyway, here we have a sheet of paper. Let's copy this. Don't save. No. Okay. I was going to show you something, but I think I'm just going to do it the way I've always showed you. Write this 1 minus 9, parentheses, divided by 3 minus 13. Okay. Parentheses have to be done first, left to right order. 1 minus 9 is negative 8. Copy the rest of this stuff down. All the stuff that wasn't involved in that operation, just copy down. I still see parentheses. Got to do those. Negative 8 divided by 3 minus 13 is negative 10. Okay, now, what's that answer? Well, division is the same thing as multiplication. You could think of it that way. I know the answer is positive. I know the answer is positive. But basically, division is basically 8 times the reciprocal of negative 10. Oh, I forgot the negative. It's negative 8. So what we have is negative 8 times negative 1 is 8. I know it was positive. Divided by 10, but you're not going to do 8 divided by 10. Instead, what you're going to do is simplify that to 4 over 5. See? That's all. I'll let you do that one. I'll let you do that one. It's very similar to what we just did. And a parachutist descends 100 feet in 10 seconds. Use a signed number to find the average rate at which the position is changing. Okay. Basically, the rate is like the speed. That's equal to the rate. And rate is the distance traveled divided by the time. Okay, so that's something that you know because you drive cars. And if I were, let's see, if I go from here to Boston, it's like 120 miles, and it takes me 2 hours to go to Boston. I must have set my cruise control to 60 miles per hour. So it's basically distance divided by time is equal to the speed, the rate. So what they want you to do is say, well, you're going down 100 feet. That's a minus 100. Going down, and then we got divided by 10. And so basically, what you have here is negative 100 divided by 10, which is negative 10. You're going down that speed. And that's division, guys. Okay? I told you it's not much different from multiplication. The only real thing that you should get out of this is when you have a fraction, you have to multiply by the reciprocal. And even if you don't have a fraction, okay, like in this case, in a sense, you do have a fraction. Negative 10 over 1, find the reciprocal. See, so that's consistent. All right, we'll see you in section 1.6. Bye.